our new comic book pickups this week. Pretty small week. Maybe we can actually show them all right here. All 4 books. Hello everybody, and welcome back into Jar's Toy Emporium. My name is Jacob, and we're starting off this new comic book day vlog a little bit differently. As you guys can tell, we are already in the studio, and usually when I start these vlogs off, I am in my car on the way to the comic shop. However, today, for whatever reason, I completely forgot to record while I was on my way there. So, it's starting off a little differently, but we're going to get right back on track now. Let's head to the comic shop. I don't even need to say the name. You know where we are. So checking out the new comic book table this week, one of the headlines is the new history of the DC Universe. Some really cool covers this week. I didn't pick this book up, although I was on the fence for quite some time. I definitely want to highlight these connecting variants of Absolute Superman, Batman, and Wonder Woman. They also had a foil variant, which I thought was really cool. And then they also have the 7th printings for these, and which is a homage back to the issue number 1s, which it's always cool for people that didn't pick those up back then to be able to at least get one that's similar nowadays. I really like that they did that. We have some great Deadpool covers this week. Predator versus Spider-Man. I know a lot of people have been really enjoying that. Some VR Troopers. My big pick of the week, Ultimate Spider-Man, issue number 18. Some really good variant covers. This Mr. Negative looks awesome. I think all the Ultimate Spider-Man covers look good. I feel the same way about the Absolute stuff. I feel like the Ultimate Spider-Man variants are sometimes better than the cover A's, but this week I actually like the cover A's, so I thought that was pretty good. We do have Spider-Boy, which I know a lot of people have been reading. I do want to pick up some Spider-Boy comics at some point, probably in like a trade paperback or a collected edition at some point, but definitely on my radar every time I see it. We do have this Stranger Things comic. Not super familiar with that, even though I am a huge fan of the Stranger Things TV show. Not so much about the comics. I don't know a whole lot about them, so maybe it's something I need to look into a little bit. The Thing here, I thought this was a really cool cover, and I almost picked this one up just because I thought the cover was cool, but I was smart. I was very good about not spending money that I didn't need to today, so gave myself a pat on the back there. We have some Hulk. We have some Hyde Street. One of my big books coming out this week is actually Void Rivals issue number 20. So, been loving these variants that they do, but I usually stick with the cover A's on these as well, just like most of the other books. Absolute Wonder Woman here. I love these variants. I thought they were really good. Absolute Martian Manhunter. We have some Justice League Unlimited that also had some great variants this week, which I thought were really cool to see. But overall, mostly just sticking to the Absolute Martian Manhunter and Wonder Woman for myself this week. There was some great covers here with Mr. Terrific. I really like this Green Arrow cover. I thought that one was really cool. And then we also had some great Green Lantern covers. But overall, very happy with the solid selection of books that I got with this week. So let's head back to the studio and see what we got. Alrighty, we are back from the comic shop, even though that happened way earlier in the day and I've been here the whole time. We have our comic book read of the week from last week that we're going to start this video kind of off with and talk about a little bit. Exquisite Corpses issue number 2. Now, I really enjoyed issue number 1 because it was something new. It's something I had never really read anything before, and I gotta say, I continued that excitement with issue number 2. So if you guys haven't read this, I am going to talk a little bit about some spoilers, but I don't want to last on this too long so you guys can get to what I did pick up today. However, Exquisite Corpses issue number 2 picks off exactly where issue 1 left off. I'm really still enjoying the story. I'm enjoying like the writing. This is my first James Tynion IV written book, so that's been a lot of fun. Overall, I just have really been enjoying this book. We had another death obviously in this one. We're starting to see some inner workings behind the rich families kind of playing different games, maybe setting each other up for failure, which is a lot of fun. I'm hoping we get a really good payoff with that. But overall, this has continued to be a really good series. I'm stoked for issue number 3s. So I'm going to go ahead and give Exquisite Corpses issue number 2 a thumbs up this week. Now back to what you guys are probably more so interested in. We have our new comic book pickups this week. Pretty small week. Maybe we can actually show them all right here. All 4 books. But starting off with Ultimate Spider-Man issue number 18. This is the highlight of the Ultimate Universe, in my opinion. Very cool cover this week. Super excited to tap into this. I just continue to love the Ultimate Spider-Man universe. You guys probably don't want to hear me ramble on anymore about how much I enjoy it. But any week we get one of these, it is a great week. So super stoked about that. That is our only Marvel book this week. Like I said, only 4 books. And the only thing we have 2 from is DC. And we have Absolute Wonder Woman issue number 9. Now this is a super cool cover. The lighting's pretty bad. The glare is pretty bad. But this book is awesome. I feel like it's almost worth taking it out of the bag and board. Hopefully you guys don't have as much of a glare on it this time around. Still kind of. But this is a very exciting book for me. I think this might be my cover of the week because it just, I mean, look at Wonder, like, that is awesome. So, super stoked about this. If you guys aren't reading Absolute Wonder Woman, I highly recommend you add it to your pull list. I kind of say that about all the Absolute stuff. I think it is all fantastic and all deserving of being in a pull list, but I really enjoy this. So, Absolute Wonder Woman issue number 9. Our other DC book this week is Absolute Martian Manhunter issue number 4. Now, this one is very close for cover of the week for me as well. This one is probably my favorite Absolute Martian Manhunter that we've gotten. I think this cover looks really cool. I just love these stories. And again, this is my first time ever reading about Martian Manhunter, really my first introduction to the character. So this has continued to be awesome. Issue number 4 here. And then unfortunately, like I said, small week this week, but not unfortunately because this is a great book. Unfortunately, our last book of the week, we have Void Rivals issue number 20. I'm still stoked every time we get one of these. This is must-read comic books right now. The Energon universe is amazing. You've heard me say all these same things over and over again. But yeah, Void Rivals issue number 20 to round out our new comic books this week. So after doing a little bit of back and forth, I did sway my new comic book cover of the week a little bit. We are going to go with Absolute Martian Manhunter issue number 4. I just like this profile. The picture that we have here, really, really cool. I love the reflection in the eyes of the glasses. This is a very, very cool cover. And the Absolute Wonder Woman, it's looking at me down there like, really, you just switched up on me? But something about this cover really gets it for me. So we're going to go with Absolute Martian Manhunter issue number 4 for our new comic book cover of the week. Now, switching gears back into our reading pick of the week and what we will be reviewing next week, we have Ultimate Spider-Man issue number 18. You guys knew this was going to be the reading pick of the week. This is just about always my reading pick of the week whenever we have it. So I'm excited to get into this, talk to you guys about it, see how the story continues to develop. It's been so good so far. And yeah, really stoked about this. But guys, that is going to be my reading pick of the week, Ultimate Spider-Man issue number 18. So it was a small stack of comics this week, and that in turn usually means a smaller video. But I do want to thank you guys so much for sticking around. If you made it this far, thank you for watching all my videos. To those of you that do, I still am really happy with the comics we picked up today. Very, very strong books, and really all of them are like heavy hitters. There's not one that I'm like, don't really feel like I need to read that immediately. All of these, I'm like, I need to start reading these. So without further ado, that is going to do it for today's new Comic Book Day vlog. If you guys did enjoy the video, make sure you hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and turn that notification bell on so you never miss another new Comic Book Day vlog. But that is going to do it for me. Thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you all next time.